Mother forbade all physical or verbal affection in our family. No hugs, no kisses, no I love yous. I was Daddy's girl. We just wanted to be free to enjoy healthy daddy-daughter love. But love always finds ways. Ours was no exception, though it had to be hush-hush. Ian composed a beautiful song honoring Daddy and my forbidden love story, but first let's chat.
Dad died in 2020, but Mother hid the news from me so I wouldn't say anything loving to commemorate Daddy.
I found out 8 months later on his birthday. I broke down and cried a lot. That was very nasty of Mother.
Any daddy, you judge her. She was jealous and did so out of spite.
2 years later, my sister, who'd given up everything for Mother, died of breast cancer at 61 in Canada.
She refused to visit my sister in the hospice nearby, or go to her funeral, which really hurt my sister.
The dad died. She rushed to their lawyer to rewrite the will, removing me, leaving me a hateful final message.
Ian read it advising me not to. I asked him to never tell me what she'd written. He hasn't. She insisted that I be there to receive her spirit as she exited this world so it could live on in me. I replied, I'm nearby in Canada, but I'll not be there. I don't want your spirit or your money. Take it with you. She spent all 93 years of her life hurting everybody, then died alone and is misliked by nobody. Be remembered only as the wicked queen and witch in my life story. There was no redemption for her. Daddy's wishes were not respected, so there's no grave or tombstone. Nowhere for me to visit. For 20 years I was his darling Jenny, then for 20 years he was my mother's obedient husband, and I cried a lot. When I was 40, Daddy searched for me and found me one Sunday in 1997 on his own. For 20 years I'd cried a lot. Now God gave my daddy back to me, but only for one Sunday. I felt like Gandalf freeing King Theoden from Grima Wormtongue and thus from Saruman's control. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Saruman represents Satan and Grima Wormtongue's his obedient demon. Reconciled with God again, freed from Satan's grip, my precious daddy emerged with tears in his eyes, saying, I'm sorry, Jenny, please forgive me. Of course I did. I told him I loved him, was proud of him.
We hugged a lot and cried. I kissed his cheek, he kissed mine. He told me he loved me.
Daddy hugged me under my wedding portrait, pretending he gave me to Ian, and we danced.
I'm not sure about you, but right now I feel a victorious love song's about to burst forth out of my mouth.
Whenever I dressed up nice, you'd get your camera out. Through its lens you whispered words forbidden to say. Smile for me, my girl, my pride, my light, without a doubt. Daddy's I love you, a jealous mom wouldn't hear on any day. I pose glowing warmly, feeling your pride behind the glass. Every click a love letter that no one else could read. Just us. Mom watched, jealous eyes not seeing, letting messages pass through the lens of his camera. I was Daddy's girl, no fuss. Oh Daddy, through your old camera's glass lens I felt your love, outlawed, it arrived quiet and true. No hugs or I'm proud, no letters written by pens, but every photo love's promise, just for me and you, in the lens of your camera. I was Daddy's little girl. White cape on your red MG, posing in my blue mini dress. Each frame a secret code, each smile a hidden love note, till Mom understood, stole all our slides away, no less. Camera locked up, our love forced to hide so she could gloat. But Daddy, I kept all your love letters safe deep inside my heart, because through that lens I knew you'd love me from the start. written by pens, but every photo was a promise, just for me and you, through the lens of your camera. I was your little girl. Sundays after church, while Mom cooked our family dinner, you'd sit on the swing bench with your beer, quiet and alone. I'd hurry, sit close, your hand on mine, love the happy winner. A gentle squeeze, a smile, our secret love we both did own. Mom never knew, but with your unseen, gentle, loving caress, I felt my daddy's love, warm, real, sitting in my pretty dress. Oh, Daddy, I felt love through the lens of your camera as a young girl. Then one final Sunday, on my swing bench, I felt your love complete. Years of silence broken, my tears flowed, each one a precious pearl. You said, I'm sorry, my child, I led you back your God again to meet. From hidden love to open arms, all the dragon's evil spells undone. I was your girl forever, our love was finally free. Daddy, we'd won. Thank you, Daddy, for every photo, for every secret smile, for those precious few Sunday loving caresses in my youth.
Daddy, now we're part of the same family again, that of our Abba Father God.
Thank you, Jenny, I
For
love
one
you.
more precious Sunday, love had lasted all the while. Finally all our pent-up feelings and words could speak the truth. Thank you, Daddy, I miss you so. We'll meet again one Sunday. In heaven, our love's still pure. I love you, we'll freely get to say, each and every day, forever.
I love you, my darling. You're Daddy's girl.
I've shared few intimate moments with Daddy, always in secret on Sundays on swing benches.
One Sunday in August 1997, Daddy found me living on an acreage in southern Alberta.
Naturally, we sat down next to each other on my swing bench. After 20 years, we knew the drill. Ian fetched Daddy a beer, then went to fetch his camera. Daddy was crying, so was I.
I'd missed him terribly and I told him.
Daddy asked for my forgiveness. I said, I forgive you, Daddy. I told him he needed to ask God for forgiveness too. After 40 years with Mother, he didn't know how. I did. I took Daddy, meek as a lamb, to the foot of the cross and led him back to God.
Suddenly, Mother's hold over him was gone. All of our pent-up emotions emerged, pure and strong.
I was 40, a confident woman. I'd waited and hoped for this perfect moment for so long already.
Through our tears we hugged, we kissed, we cried, and both said, I love you, again and again.
Ian returned with his camera just in time to capture God's victory, our love's victory! So much happened on that momentous day. The last day Daddy and I will ever have together. Upon hearing how happy Daddy was, Mother gave him an ultimatum: choose just one of Jenny or me. Daddy found our photo collection and sent it to me, but also a photo of our old swing bench. No words needed, I understood. The 20 years of pain Mother imposed on us was gone.
Only we fully understood, fondly remembering precious times together on swing benches.
Jenny was 40, her dad 70, and just like with our sad seventh forced farewell at Niagara Falls in December of 1978, Jenny's grief was unstoppable. Healing would take time, but at least she had me, our sons and our little dog happy to help her get over her grief. Many years later, on Father's Day, Jen managed to connect with her dad one last time, a very short phone call that we thought was impossible, but miraculously did happen. After which the old witch screened all calls to their home phone, but that's a story for another day. Jenny knew she'd never ever see the second most significant man in her life, her daddy, ever again. Of course he got to know his two grandsons too on that final day and they were thrilled to see him.
At 69, Jenny's finally confessed. Her and Daddy's hidden love story is even more beautiful now. I'd pressed her for more details, not prepared for what she told me. I was moved to tears. Now I know exactly why she smiled warmly at me when first I took her hand in mine. I did so mere minutes into our relationship as we excitedly walked and talked on the summer solstice in 1971, not knowing just how important it was to Jenny that I'd reached for her hand. How could I have known? Jenny gave my hand a gentle squeeze of acceptance and smiled at me. We've been inseparable ever since, though her mother never accepted that. I was almost 16, Jenny almost 15 when first we bonded in Africa forever and ever. Halfway through this special new song, you'll discover why exactly that was. Tempted to say I got lucky, since I did, but now I think it was all in God's plan. Tender love for Jenny and her daddy started on his porch in Africa, on a swing bench. And it finally came to fruition on Jenny's porch, once again on a swing bench in Canada. I witnessed that happy ending in awe. With my camera, I captured its most tender moments. I understood that Jenny lived through two forbidden love stories, not just ours. Daddy's and her love story, ours, and a third, God's love for her and her daddy. His wife led him away from God, then soon sweet little Jenny was born with a mission. He'd wandered lost in the wilderness, then 40 years later, Jenny led him back to the promised land. On that day, their own love story was fully restored, as was God's love for him. We all cried. For 20 years already, we've been living the happily ever after part of our own love story in Panama, proving once again that love always wins. We believe it. I wrote a song about that. If you listen to this song again, you'll fully understand. Then listen to Love Always Wins, because it really did. Both almost 70, we just pray our love story, already in overtime, is granted double overtime by God. Either way, we'll meet again in heaven. We'll search for each other there. We'll find each other yet again. I'm sure we'll be holding hands there again every single loving day for all eternity.
Sundays after church, Mother making dinner, Daddy secretly caressed my hands, smiling warmly. I'd already learned to associate hand-holding with pure love when Ian first took my hand in his. Feeling his love flowing into me, I smiled my acceptance, giving his hand a reassuring squeeze. He took my hand wondering, will you? My smile said, I do. I did. We're still in love 55 years later. I was a runaway bride, escaping captivity in Canada, back to Cape Town to marry Ian.
By running away from Mother in Canada back to Africa, I bet on you. I love you so very, very much. I'm all yours now. Please always love me, forever.
I'm not sure what I've ever done to deserve the love of such a beautiful soul.
The lifelong sworn enemy of our love story died alone in Canada at age 93 in late 2024. still as mean as ever, missed by nobody. Many times we've wondered what life could have been like if she'd been a normal mom, but she wasn't. As a result, we've lived an adventurous life. Having a determined common enemy focused us keenly on preserving our love story, something that the easy good life might not have done. So there's that to consider. Jen was 14, without speaking our souls connected. We were cruelly separated 6 times in 6 years. Jenny and me were separated a 7th time at 21. She ran away from mother in Canada at 22 to marry me in Africa. Jennifer was 48 when she proposed to me. We married a 3rd time in Montana, then ran far away to Panama.